Okay, first for accessing our document, we're going to go ahead and use the SAP GUI for this analysis. So we'll access the sales order in the same method. There's many other ways to get to the data and look at this, but this is still a very common one. I think for most consultants doing data analysis, we're still using the GUI at this point, although there's a lot of new and exciting ways coming out now that we can do similar type functions. So anyway, from here we have the menu here on the left side that we'll use. Let me show you how to get down to a sales document real quick using the menu. You can go into Logistics, Sales and Distribution, Sales, Order, and then within the Order submenu we have Create, Change, and Display. Create's going to be fantastic to go in and you can create a document on your own, starting from scratch. You're going to see what fields are required, what kind of data you can enter manually, pick from drop-down lists, etc. Change is going to be somewhat similar, except the document's going to already be created in the system, and you can go into change mode, change various data. One thing I like about change too for data analysis is you get to see what fields are potentially, grayed out and display only, populated by the system versus what you can change. Maybe even try a few changes and see how the document reacts. And then display is another great way to start out too, especially for your first time through. If you just want to open up a document, see what it looks like, you can't harm the document in display mode. And likewise, you won't be forced to enter any data, so you can just kind of evaluate it. That's a great place to start. Notice here I've got the transactions enabled here on the left. So we've got VA01 for create, VA02 for change, and VA03 for display. Okay, now there's a couple more. Let me show you real quick. We can come in here and we can take a look at orders, okay? And we can look at various lists of orders too, and this you can use as a great way to help find orders. Let me point out VA05. That's a very common way just to go in and look up sales orders. And then let me also point out the work list menu. And here you can have another set of reports that you can use to kind of drill down and find sales orders. Okay? So from here, I'm just going to go into change mode, and I've got an order set up already for this that we'll go in and take a look at. Here we're on the change sales order initial screen. Again, there's even selection criteria here that you can populate and search for a sales order. Some of the more common ones, including purchase order and date, are so common. You'll often be searching by some combination of these fields. Okay. Go ahead and just click on the enter key, or you can use the enter button up here and go right into the sales order, and this will take us to the basic sales order overview screen. We've got a set of menus up here for navigation and functions within the sales order. Our title screen here, or title bar here, indicating that we're in the sales order change. And then our basic overview down here, you can see we've got our order number up here at the top, and our sold to party, shipped to party, PO number. So right off you can see standard order number is grayed out, okay? So the order number is created one time during create mode, and at save, then it's complete, and you wouldn't be able to update or change a sales order number in here. Same thing with the sold to party here, but then you can see things like the ship to party, PO number. Many other fields are still open, and you can change these. Okay, so this is kind of our header here at the top. Next thing I want to point out is various tabs that we have here, and these are overview tabs that are going to focus in on particular areas of data. So when you look at an order, kind of from top to bottom, it's kind of set up in a way that it's header, and then down here at the bottom we're at the items, or different items for an order. Okay, so within that kind of setup here in this middle, we have these overview tabs, which is a combination. It's showing you of common fields, combination of header and item. And depending on the tab that you're on, you may see mostly header fields. Some other tabs, mostly item fields. So, sales tab, a lot of it's header here in the middle with only our items here at the bottom. And then again, click on the item overview and I'm going to see, okay, much smaller header area here, and then mostly item data here at the bottom. Okay. So when you think about header and then you think about item, think about header as a sales order has one header per order. And then when we talk about item, think about a sales order may have one or more items per order. So this customer has, same thing if you were to go into a store, you're going to place an order, a single order, but you may pick up one or more items on that trip. And it's the same thing, same setup here on the SAP sales order. Now notice down here at the bottom, we're going to have a few more buttons, which is going to take you into special item functions, okay? And that kind of generally is our overview that we're going to work in here. There's a whole lot of fields. We're going to go through a lot of them, and I'm going to point these out, what they are, especially the common ones. And I think, it seems complex now, but by the time we're done with this, I think you'll be generally familiar with this for a good data analysis.